Each week on this video, we'll give you sneaky waiver wire ads you can pick up and add right to your roster heading into week 14. I'm Alan Seslowsky. This is Jeff Erickson. Who's your first sneaky ad?
All right, first sneaky ad is not so sneaky. It's the big-time call-up. Vinnie Pasquantino from the Kansas City Royals got the call on Monday. He's made his debut. He's hit his first Major League homer. He is a big-time prospect. We're all have been excited to see when he's going to get the call. And they cleared the runway. They traded Carlos Santana to the Mariners to make room for him. Pasquantino is going to play. He's got a great eye. He had more walks and strikeouts at AAA. Every level, he's been a guy that's controlled the strike zone well. Now, we know the leap from AAA to the major leagues is a gargantuan leap. So you might see some initial struggles. You see this with a lot of top prospects. But he's going to be a guy you want over the second half as he starts to heat up. He doesn't have the same sort of ceiling as teammate Bobby Witt Jr., but I do see him being someone I'd prefer over, for instance, other fellow hyped first base prospect Spencer Torkelson. He'll do better than Torkelson will. I do expect Torkelson to get better, by the way. And I expect that he'll be better than a lot of the first basemen that are rostered out there. The question is, how much of our budget are we going to spend? That's really the question.
You really read my mind. I was going to say, at this point of the season, is it empty the kitty?
No, we don't. You don't empty the kitty ever, especially in leagues where you don't have $0 bids. If you're in the NFBC, don't ever empty the kitty in July. I'd spend half of that budget. I think that's about the top of that I spend. You might want to spend a little less if you have a little less, obviously. The whole idea is you want to have, if you're a contending team, and hey, you're here this far, you're a contending team, you need to be keeping at least $75 for the last month of the season. You want to be able to get your 2-start starters. You want to be able to do that. I know that's not always feasible, but you want to be able to have the hammer when it comes to getting those top available guys down the stretch run, the top 2-star starters, guys that are getting hurt, you got to be able to replace them. So the goal is to leave about 75 units out of 1,000, or 7 or 8 out of 10 if in a $100 budget scenario there, so you can add a few guys down the stretch.
Who's our second sneaky ad heading into week 14?
Darick Hall, with a new way of spelling Darick, Darrick, Hall, from the Philadelphia Phillies. He's started 3 of the last 4 games. He is a left-hand hitter, sat against the lefty on Saturday. He has got 3 hits so far. He has 3 homers so far. He's not a long-term ad. This is a Mr. Right now, not a Mr. Right. But when he's batted, he's been batting in the middle of that Phillies lineup, taking advantage of Bryce Harper's absence. He's the guy that is, going to get a good RBI position to hit. He's not going to be a guy that you build around. He's an older rookie. He's been a guy that's, it's a repeater at AAA, but he hits for power. Had about a 900 OPS AAA the last 2 years. I think you can put him in and use him. Compare him versus some of the, like a Patrick Wisdom or from last year, or some guys of that ilk, guys that they caught fire at the right time and they're getting a chance. Doesn't mean you're going to keep them in the long run.
Yeah, I like that. Players that you could pick up for windows. That's what it's about, right? Allocating budget for players in windows. Just keep your if you're in a Roto League, just keeping those stats floating, or step on the gas and take the lead. That's a good one. Okay, who's going to be our third sneaky ad heading into week 14?
Will Smith is now closing for the Braves. Again, this is a short-term window. This is only while Kenley Jansen is out. This is not going to be a long-haul situation. Kenley Jansen might come back at the end of this week even. More likely it'll be, another week or 2 of saves. AJ Minter got the first save for the Braves when Jansen was out, but since then it's been Smith that's more been pitching the 9th inning. Has had 2 saves since. So it's not a lock that Smith is going to be the Fresh Prince of your roster for another week. It's just someone that is probably going to get a couple of saves.
Okay, who's our fourth sneaky ad? We need somebody that we can possibly play right away. Who's it going to be?
I'm going to get you an American leaguer. It's Devin Smeltzer, pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. He's added strikeouts to his repertoire, at least when he faces the Guardians. He's had 2 really great starts against them his last couple times out. We've used him as a streamer before. I'm not above using he who smelts it, dealt it puns. He is someone that can be pitching for a pretty decent Twins team. Again, this is probably a short-term ad. Probably not someone you're going to totally build around. Crafty lefty. Look at the schedule. See who the Twins are playing. Use them in those better spots.
Since you watched this video to the end, Jeff, let's give them one bonus sneaky ad that they can pick up and play right away.
On Tuesday, the Reds' Nick Lodolo is coming back off the IL. Touted prospect, was out for a long term. He was on the 60-day IL. It's not a great start on Tuesday. Faces the Mets, so you might want to just add him and stash him, and then wait till you get, and allow him to build up his innings in the interim too. So the idea here is if you're in a league there, you have to start them when you pick them up. I probably wouldn't do it, but if you can pick them up just to stash, I do it.
If you like videos like this, consider hitting the like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications when we put up new video content every single day. And right now you could try RotoWire Premium for free. Unlock the paywall for 2 days. No credit card needed. Just put in your email. Go to rotowire.com/try.